Whoops. Hello everyone. Okay, so if you were here yesterday, you know exactly what happened. And if you didn't, and you're watching this back and you're wondering what I'm talking about, live on air, there was a crash bang and I jumped out of my skin, wondered what on earth had happened. Turns out the roof was struck and we had a leak. We've got a hole. Well, we've got several holes. A whole section has been ripped off. It's lucky though, it went right through. We had like 5 layers of felt that it's gone through, and yeah, we're good, we're happy, we're okay. The roofers are on the job. So crisis averted. But hello, good afternoon. This is usually Vicky's time. She's having a little break at the minute because she's got a lot on her plate. So I've just jumped on, hopefully to finish off what I was doing yesterday before Godzilla decided to join us, because that's the only explanation that I have got for what happened. It is 2020, anything goes. Anything goes. Hello, Suzanne. Seriously, 2020, if you had flying pigs in the air, I wouldn't think it would be impossible. So yeah, I'm safe, I'm good, I'm fine, thank God. It did go through, but there could be a lot more damage and a lot bigger things that had happened. So when the roofer came this morning, he said it's gone right through. There's quite a few holes. Hello, Sue. Hi, Tammy, Joanne, Monica, everyone. Hello. So yeah, we have it live on air, and it's funny because I went and watched it back, and it's at 1 hour and 13 minutes. If you go to there and you turn your volume right up, the whole house shook. And I didn't even realise it. That's okay, Pamela, lurk away. So we have temporary measures, like the roof has put a temporary measure in by making sure there's no further leak. But he's got to come back and do quite a bit of work to it. So yeah, we're fine. But I've got buckets and sheets and plastic and everything up there at the moment. So what a funny thing to have happened on air. I'm going to everyone. Oh, listen to the storm, is so relaxing. Bang! Ooh, and as I said, the whole house shook, and it's only when we watched it back we realised actually how big a bang that was. But yeah, it was something to talk about. Hi, Amanda, or Mandy, sorry. Mandy and Leah and Shannon. Yeah, hi, Lou. We're fine. That is all that matters. Damage can be fixed. And the insurance covers it anyway. So where I was at is what I'm going to be doing, and that is the headdress, the greenery, the acrylics on the rock, and hopefully just fill in some background and get this over with and choose our next page. So that was hi Anna. Yeah, what a weird night. What a weird night. And it's just one of those things where you watch it back and you think, did that really happen? Like, seriously? How did that happen? So if you want to hear the bang, just go right across to 1 hour and 13 and you'll hear it again. As I said, Godzilla. Yeah, it was a bad storm. Godzilla happened. I'm telling you. I don't even know what's going on this year. This year needs to go away. I swear, I was saying the other day, this year has just been such a weird year. Hi Bianca, that's fine. And I am so over it. It can go. It can say goodbye, and I'd be more than happy to see the back of it. It's a crazy ride this year, isn't it? I think everyone wants an exit, so like a door you can go through. I think everyone's in that position at the moment. Okay, so let's get some greens and go back to what we were actually doing before Godzilla turned up at my house. Okay, 1 second. If you hear any little piano, it's just Andrew in the background. Hiya, Pages! Oh, that's okay. You lurk. Anyone that needs to lurk. As I said, it's not my usual day. I need to just get my sharpener. But we were interrupted yesterday. You've got to find the fun in it, These things don't happen often. I mean, you can say that you were at a stream where someone's house got hit now. You can say that. So you got a story to tell. Okay, I'm coming on down. Let me bring this to the side slightly. Yeah, we're good. Honestly, what can you say? It was just a ridiculous thing to have happened. He does, Monica. Can you hear it in the background? He's learning All of Me song. I don't know if you can hear it. But yeah, he does. Yeah, we're fine. Oh, no. Yeah, I saw about the shark. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. Okay, let's get started. I'm on the greens. So, you got to have a good outlook on life. You know, things happen all the time. Things happen. Crap happens, and we have to just be bright and cheerful, because why not? You know, there's too many things I think that would break us otherwise. So I think the good outlook is just to see the happy side and yeah, as I said, this is one to tell the kids in the future. Okay, Coyote Brown A111. And, you know, when the insurance has to pay out for the roofer, we can say, excuse me, this happened live. You can see for yourself. Oh, my gosh. I have evidence. Right. Is that going to focus? Yeah, it's going to focus. Okay, so I've got Coyote Brown in the Artesias, and I'm just going to come into some of these little leaves. Yeah, Monica, he's really good. He doesn't give himself enough credit. He always asks me, is it okay? And I want to say it's lovely. He goes, is it? And I'm like, yes, it sounds lovely. I love classical piano sound. You know, I think it's so relaxing. But yeah, he's like, he learns really melodic, sort of like chilled songs. Yes, Pamela, we are, hopefully. As I said, I've got to secure the place. But yes, so that's why I think I'm in sort of la la land at the moment. Oh, hi, Frankie boy. I got my Bicky Brew as well, Honor. That is the one good thing to come out of this year, Pamela. One good thing to come out of this year is I finally got engaged. So I'll always remember that, but the rest of it can go away. So how are you all from yesterday after the drama we had? I hope you're all good and well and safe and got all the sort of, you know, bad out of your system, because yesterday was quite a tense day in general. So yes, we're going to have a better day today. Okay, so I'm just coming into these greens because there's so many bits and bobs, isn't there? Okay, so we've got pear, A100. Hi, Mum. Mum's here. I've been out to the shop for her this morning because I've got to go down to Mum's tomorrow. I don't go into my mum's yet. I don't feel like I want to put anyone in danger. So I drop the shopping off at the door and talk from the window. So that's been some, you know, and this is why I get a little bit, I don't understand how no one's social distancing at the moment, because I still haven't seen my parents in 3 months. No, Lozzie, it will not. It will not break me. But are you all into your hobbies today? What are you up to? Have you got any plans for your Sundays? So I'm just trying to get into all these little nooks and crannies because there's quite a few. And as I said, we'll do this side because the other side is going to be exactly the same. So I'm definitely just going to do one side and just get as much done in that little section as possible. So we're going to come over to our olive green. I just need to sharpen it a little bit. Okay, so this is olive green, A155. Oh, nice. Are you gonna do any colouring today, or some diamond painting, or some of you cross stitch or crochet? Who does crochet, and did you find it easy to start? Oh, nicely. That sounds just perfect. You've still got your holiday, haven't you? Off work. Have you got another week? Which one are you doing? Sorry, I'm nosy. I'm just asking a load of questions. Hiya, Tanya. Oh, Monica, I love a good reorganise or an organise or a good upside down start again moment myself. Although it looks like a bomb's hit it at first, it's so satisfying when it's all done, isn't it? Tanya, how are you, darling? I know that you've been not too good, but I hope you're feeling better now. Hey, Kirsty. I just was watching Kirsty's video. If you've not subscribed, go subscribe to Colouring K. She's here in the chat now. She has one of the most amazing hauls I've seen in a long time. It's easy to learn, Helly. I need to try. Or a Godzilla. Well, that wouldn't be impossible, Monica, as I said. And I was laughing. This is how I feel and how I've summed up this year. Hold on. This one. I see your murder hornet and I raise you a crocodile, because that is genuinely exactly how I feel about this year. That is how bananas we are, and that would not be impossible to see outside for me right now. It really wouldn't. It's just like anything goes. Anything goes. Oh my goodness. It was such a crackers time. I have no words for it. Ah, thank you, Carla, and hi. No way, Lozzie. I need to try this because I've been looking at crochet bunting and it just looks so nice to do, and I like the result as well. So I was like, oh, I need to try this one. Yeah, Joanne, I love both colouring and diamond painting, but on the days where you don't want to like lean over, something in your hands would be great. So I was thinking something like crochet. Yeah, I'm telling you, Lozzie, channel. Channel. You've got one, I know, but you know, crochet, hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge. Okay, so quite like those greens. With the yellow, I just need to add a hint of something else, and then that other half will be the same. So let's go for a Lumi, just because this is a nice colour. This is brown ochre 50%. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up because they do rub off. I don't think it will it? There we go. Brown ochre 50%. Oh, let's focus back. There we go. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of this in there just to dull it down a tad. And it's only minuscule. As I said, with a headdress as busy as this, you really don't need to be too much. Hi, Pam. Hi, Kelly. Kelly, that is so nice. Oh my goodness. Are you finding it relaxing? I've just been watching Bob Ross again. Lozzie, have you got your phone? You got your phone? Streamlabs. We can talk you through it. Oh, foliage, I call it, don't I? Foliage, I know, but I call it foliage. Oh my gosh, I am something else. Okay, so with that, you can put some of this actually in your leaves, just a touch. And the rest of it will be pretty much in those colours. So let's not waste too much time on that because we've still got quite a few bits to do. And it's the same with the willow. That's all going to be the same. So rather than spend all the time on that, Let's come on down to this grass. So we've got to come up just a tad. There we go. Let's come up to this grass and let's go with similar-ish colours. And I'm actually going to put a base of a yellow down. So I'm going to put the Naples Ochre 821 in the Lumies, and I'm just going to put a little bit in there. Okay. Oh, also, I'm just going to go off screen for a second. If you weren't aware, there is an HP colour-a-thon coming up next weekend. So just going to disappear off the screen for a minute, put this on your screens, and I'll be back. I am still on the microphone. So this is the Harry Potter Colour-a-thon 2020. This is hosted by our lovely Colouring with Vicky. It's from the 12th to the 14th of June, so next weekend. And we have a good little selection of channels that are joining. So we've got Reading with Parks, Emily Illustrator, Passionista Colorista, Colour with Faithful Girl, Colouring F, me and Vicky are all joining. We are completely aware that HP is not for everyone, but it shall be fun. So that is coming next weekend if you weren't aware. And there is a schedule. And this is out there for everyone, and that is the schedule I've just put in the chat for you guys. So there we are. So that shall be a lot of fun. It was the same last year, and I think I'm on twice this time. Thank you, Vicky. So I will be joining you on 2 days, and I think Vicky's doing the same, aren't you, hon? You're doing 2, and that will be a great time. Even if you're not a Harry Potter fan, it doesn't matter. The streams and the people make it. So just push aside no knowledge of the characters. It doesn't matter. It's about the colouring and the hanging out. They're always a good laugh. And Vicky's going to do a giveaway on the Sunday too. So there's something to look forward to. They're going to be fun. And, you know, with these events, they are such a breath of fresh air, whether it be the colour-a-thons, we did the quiz, I'm sure we'll think of other things as well between us. It's going to be great. No, Monica, I don't think there's going to be a list because everyone's got different books. However, if anyone hasn't got a book that is Harry Potter, you can actually just use the colours of, say, one of the house coats. So, you know, you've got Gryffindor or Slytherin, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, whatever one. You can, like, adapt a picture to make it. You could do an owl. If you've got an owl, say, have you got the Tim Jeffs books, anyone? Hello, Nana. If you got the Tim Jeff books, there's owls in there. You can make Hedwig. There's so many things you can do. You could do a castle and in the new Fabiana Atanasio and make it look like Hogwarts. We can use our imagination. I mean, I've personally got quite a few Harry Potter books, so I will be doing one from there. And it'll be the cinematic gallery book like I did last year because it's absolutely incredible. I've not chosen yet. I was going to do a Fabiana Atanasio, which is also something you can go and buy. She's got it in her store, in her Etsy store now. But I love my cinematic gallery book. I don't know if any of you seen that. It's absolutely just stunning. Yeah, there you go. Owl's Witch's Castle. You don't have to have a book that is it's got Harry Potter on the front. You can adapt. So anything in you know, you could just, Jade Summer's got so many of those, hasn't she? Witches, yeah. I was just thinking. And she's got an owl one as well. Oh, the cinematic colouring book is amazing. Okay, so that was just a base of a yellow because we're going to try and brighten this up a little bit. I think we're going to go in with our pear Artesia, which is a 100. Hold on, let me just grab that. me just sit back down. Okay, so just, sorry, a little tiny, let's move that. A little tiny sidetrack. So if you weren't aware of which one I was talking about or referring to, it's this one. It's the cinematic gallery. For scene, book for book, it's just stunning. And it's got some parts that can be in like this with golds. As you can see, it's just amazing. I love it so much. And as it goes through big scenes, big things that you're familiar with if you're a Harry Potter fan. It's incredible. So I'm personally going to go for this book. Oh, look, there's Snape. Where is he? I've lost him. He's gone. There he is. There's so many. Oh, and I love this. The poster from Sirius Black's. And I love that when she blows up like a balloon. There's just so many things, and I don't know which one I'm going to choose yet because I love so many. We did that last year. I just love it. So this is an amazing book. It is a whopper of a book. It's cloth bound, it's heavy, it's humongous, and it's just stunning. So if there's anything that you haven't seen in Harry Potter in other books, this will have it all. It is humongous, and as I said, it's cloth bound. The whole thing is like cloth canvas material. So if you haven't got that one, then you can just, have a good look at it. It's a bit more of an expensive book, but it's so worth it. Okay, let me just sorry about that, like up, down. So if you hadn't seen it, that is definitely one to look out for. Okay, we're back to our pair. So yeah, I really like that book. I like them all. Hey, Zeely. Oh, I love her Nana. We was talking about her the other day, me and Andrew, actually, wasn't we? Oh, he's got his headphones in. He's learning the song. Yeah, we were watching, well, I was watching for about the millionth time, Sweeney Todd. And I love her in that as Mrs. Lovett. And I was talking about her being, she used to be with Tim Burton, didn't she? And I think they got divorced now. And I just love her. She's so just naturally talented, and I love how she adapts to those roles that she plays all the time. I think she's amazing. So I love her as Bellatrix. I love her as Mrs. Lovett, and I love her as the Queen of Hearts in the Alice in Wonderlands by Tim Burton as well. So there's so many things I love her in. What's your favourite, if you're a Tim Burton fan, what's your favourite Tim Burton film? Because it's got quite a lot. Yes, Patty. I'm so sorry. My voice is on the go. Yeah, I'm fine. Had to make a laugh out of it though. It's like, oh my gosh, it happened. And as I said, if you watch it back, you'll hear the loud clang, and it actually shook the house. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we've got roofers now, and they've patched it up for the moment, and it's a big area that needs doing. But on that, they've also discovered that some of the beams had rotted as well, so it's like a blessing in disguise, because it might have gone soon anyway. I wasn't that keen on the King's Speech. I love Colin Firth as well as an English gent. Like, he's just, I just love him. I love him in so many things, but Bridget Jones, Mr. Darcy. Nightmare Before Christmas I absolutely love, and I actually really love the Batmans that he did. The original ones that he did with Jack Nicholson. Not the original, but they're a little bit further back from the new stuff that was released. I love I love so many. Sweeney Todd. I love the new Alice in Wonderlands, and not many people do, but I do. And he uses the same actors, doesn't he, for everything. You just bought all the Joanna Basford books, 2 Jasmine Beckett Griffith, the 120 polychromo pencils and Prismacolor pencils. Wow, that is going to be a happy day. Do you know when your delivery days are? That is going to be a super fantastic, oh my gosh, amazing day. I love it when people buy stuff. I watch with such glee, and I'm sitting there going, ooh, And Andrew's like, another haul you're watching? And I'm like, yep. Don't get any ideas, Sam. Nope. Ha ha ha. Oh my gosh. Beetlejuice. Yes, I was watching that the other day as well. I love Beetlejuice. Oh my gosh. Lydia Dietz. I just love her. There's so many, isn't there? Okay, so we've put some of that pear green in. And now we're going to come over to our olive green, and hopefully that'll focus. And that is A155. It needs to refocus for me. Hold on, sorry. There we go. Hi, Dee Dee. And do you know, I don't ever, there is in every haul, Kirsty, there is quite a few things that I haven't. So I love to see what people think of them. So no, I haven't. And you wouldn't believe that. But people think, because I haven't got a studio, don't forget. So mine's sort of compiled into two carts. One sort of watercolour markers and the other all my pencils. And then I have some drawers with my odds and sods and like distress inks and stuff and Sharpies, blah, blah, you know how it goes. Hello, Heaven. That's okay. That's okay, honey. I hope you're feeling a little bit more yourself. Okay. So no, I haven't is the answer. And because I haven't got a studio or anything, you know, it's just my dining table that I set up each time. I haven't got the room to have a studio. We got a spare room, but hopefully that'll be a child's room if we get the blessing of having a baby. And I have to pack everything away and condense it down. So believe it or not, no. Which Fabiana one? The Enchanted Castles? I still haven't got that in stock. Okay, so these are quite stringy and I just want to add some hint of colour to them. I don't need to add too much. These grasses that come from the ponds are generally quite light. They have some dark and I will bring the light back in, but that's why I'm only placing some in, not too much. Oh, Monica, it's probably because of the times that we're in. If you can't find something for the now, have a look on Book Depository. If you can't find it on there, then it's just a waiting game. And I've found that with most things. So also, if you are a Tim Jeffs fan. Oh, Tanya, I think the same. I'd say both of them are exactly the same thing. Some people call it a craft room, some people call it a studio. My studio is 2 carts. That's okay, eat away. The work seems to have it. Oh, wow. The new Fabiana one. Hi, Jen. So I'm just... You know what? It takes time. There's no rush, Heather. Just take your time. There's no recipe for how long it takes to get over something like that or deal with, you know, something as tragic as a loss. So there's no rush. As long as in time you'll get there and you've got the support. Pear A100. Okay, and I haven't seen Pickle. I hope she's okay as well. She's another one that I've not seen for a little while. Just hope she's alright. I don't know if I saw her yesterday. My head was frazzled yesterday. Got completely frazzled. Okay, so I'm just putting some of this olive green. And as I said, I'm not being too heavy-handed. I'm very light at the moment because we're going to mix. And I just want some here and there rather than all over. I'm very slow today. I think that's because my brain's trying to process everything. Oh my gosh. If there's any additional links for anything that you want to know, leave it in the comments. If, you know, mods, bless their hearts, they're quite, I think, quite busy today. So I will definitely help you out in the description if you leave me a message. Okay, let's put some there as well. Now, I need a super duper duper sharp pencil. So we're going to go for the Coyote Brown, and you know all these stringy bits, I'm going to bring those around. And I'm going to add some of my own, because why not? Because we can't always do the exacts, can we? And I'm going to add some more greens in as well. So we're just adding some on the Coyote Brown, just like little grass bits. Thank you. That's the PDF, that's the Harry Potter one. There's a whole PDF bundle, or you can buy singles if you only want one page. She has got the singles on there as well. Are you at the house today, Vicky? Okay, let's put some more grasses in there. There we go. Just add them in. Right, let's go for a little bit more of a different green and add that in. Super duper sharp, Lozzie. Super duper. Okay, I think I'm going to go for some emerald or matcha. Matcha. Who wants to be a matcha green? There we go. Matcha. A 006. There we go. Okay, and let's add some of that into the other areas that we have left underneath that yellow that we've put under there. So we're going to put that on top. Let's add some in there. And then what I am going to do as well is do that moss. I've got the paints beside me. That is the PDF bundle, Tammy. Doesn't it remind you of Macho Man when you pick up Matcha Green? It's funny how my mind goes off somewhere else. Okay. I have to remind Andrew to take Chip out. He's sitting there playing away. I hate lifting him away from his hobbies because he doesn't do them that often. And, you know, being off for this length of time has enabled him to be able to like sort of reconnect. And I feel really bad because I always used to say to him, you need a hobby. And he gets one, and then there's me going, Andrew, get away from the piano, step away. Thank you, my love. Yeah, Vicky did a full flip through, so head on over to that link. Oh, really, Tammy? So other people have said that to me. I got doppelgangers. I'm like, really? I need to meet these people. There we go. Okay. And at the bottom, don't forget also we're going to have, I'm going to plant in a little bit of I'm not going to do a massive background. It's just going to be very faint. And I'm not a background person. I'm not a background person to come to. Okay. With that, grass is almost done, I'd say. I don't want to add too much more. Basil green. Oh my gosh. You're going to have fun clearing that all up. Okay, yeah, okay. I'll put a little bit of basil green in there. It's not going to be much of. It's just going to be different grass colours to add in here and there. So we just... This is the thing, there's no right or wrong, it's your picture. Do however you want. You've got dust, I've got buckets and water. Oh my gosh, and plastic sheets, you know. Homeowning's no, it's an achievement, but it is a headache when things go wrong. I tell you that now. You know, it's just like, yeah. Oh gosh, you got to laugh stuff off. Kirsty, don't even bother telling yourself that nonsense. Okay, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to do some moss. I've got a tiny bit of broken sponge and we're going to get our heat gun as well. Heat gun. So we've just cut literally a bit of sponge off, you know, your regular sponges out of your kitchen. And I'm just thinking, I've got some Americana paints. And I've just picked out light avocado and Irish moss, and I might put a little bit of each. You can also do ones, if you look at the tops, you can see the different colours. There is one called celery green that you can mix in with a little bit of black. And then just to add a little bit of texture to the stone, I've got slate grey and I do have a black. And we're only literally going to use the tiniest little bit of each. So you need one of these and your paints. You haven't got to buy Americana paints. You can do this with any acrylic paints that you have. It doesn't matter what ones. So we're just going to do this first and get this off my chest to do, because I've had it in my mind to do it since I saw the moss. You can let it dry naturally, or you can get the heat gun. But it's just to create some texture on that stone. So we're going to have a little tiny bit of each. And you can actually dot some in with a paintbrush as well. So I'm just going to plug the heat gun in. Whoops. If it will plug. There we go. Right. And then just as I said, I'm going to put my page away for a second, like to the side, just in case. And we are going to put a little bit of light avocado, and I mean tiny, oh no, shake it up. shake it up. Okay, now that should be fine. That shouldn't be watery. There we go. You're literally needing minuscule amounts, and then we're going to get some Irish moss. Lozzie, I'm sitting here singing it in my mind. It's terrible, isn't it? And I need a tiny bit of black. You will thank me later when you're sitting there, won't you, really? Not hate me secretly for putting that in your head. Okay, and then I'm going to put some grey, and this one is slate grey. Hold on, needs a good shake. If your paint's been sitting there a little while, give them a shake, because they honestly need it. Okay, so it is that small amount, and the reason why I put a bit of black, you can make a darker green or a darker grey. So easy. It's so nice and easy. Right, let me get my paintbrushes. You just need fine detailed one, and this is just to mix, and just a bit of water, so be right back. Hey Chip! And a cloth. So this is an easy way to make an effect, like to add on top of what you've already done. So I just got literally a tiny bit of water and my cloth that I use for painting. And as I said, it's just a nice easy way to create some texture. So you'll need that very shortly. We're just going to mix up a little bit. So you can do, I've put them there. You can put a tiny bit of both greens to mix up, and it looks like mossy colour already, right? So just nice and easy. I'm not going to water it down because we don't need to. We need it nice and opaque. I'm going to get a tiny bit of my black, and that makes it into just a slightly darker moss colour with those two greens. And it's just a nice way to add some texture on without keep going in with pencil. Yeah. Well, I have done messy things in the past and learnt from them as well. So, as I said, get your sponge. You can always try it on a piece of paper first, and I'll try and show you. So say you've got a textured area. You can slightly wet your sponge, like not saturate it, but slightly wet it. And clean off as much of that excess water as possible. So it's just literally a tiny amount. And you can come in with your sponge end, and it just creates like a texture. Can you see that? So instead of going in with pencil and having to do that, and then we can build on that with the different greens. So I want to try and get a small area of that sponge. So I'm going to like shrink it down, and I am literally just going to come in with my textured part. And my sponge is not too bad. And if you feel like you've put too much on, you can come with your other end of your sponge that has nothing and just dab off a little bit. So the sponges will create the texture really nice. See how quick and easy that is? I love it so much. Like, I genuinely think this is just such a neat way of doing it. So again, just go on another area if you want to create a little bit thicker. And just stop when you feel like you've done enough, because you're only going to put it on the parts that's like heading up. And we're going to do a little bit of texture with the grey as well. So we're going to do that again. And it's just a simple way to add on top. And I think it's really effective. If you want to do a small area, go for a corner of a sponge. And this is why it's really nice to make a really jagged edge. So if you're cutting a sponge up, it's just a jagged edge. Like, you don't need to add, you know, too much. And then what you can do now is come to your other end here, pull some colour into your other, you know, part that you've not got any paint on, and just wipe off any excess, and come in and add a little bit more of the lighter. And you're barely touching the paper. And then just dry it. And then if you want to add any more, you can layer up on it, because it's so fine and thin. Oh, you're so funny, Kirsty. All those paints, honey, try it with your watercolours as well. It works on everything. And you can go wash your sponge out and then do your next colour. So we're going to go a little bit more on the lighter green into the same area. So again, into this light area here. I might go on a different part that I haven't got anything on. Let's take that off. You could do this with texture on anything. And I'm just going to bring it up. And I'm just, as you come up with that lightest colour, it will dab off. There's hardly anything on your sponge now. See, it just dabs off, and it's so effective for moss, for any texture that you want to create. See how effective that is? So again, I'm going to come into my dark and dab. You could do it into water with watercolor, like watercolors, so blues, turquoise. If you want to create any waves, do it with waves. Thank you, Sing. Hello, my lovely. Okay, so come back to this. You can do it with white gouache into waves, to clouds, trees. There we go. Okay, so we've got some moss on the go. Now, go wash your sponge out. So I've got to do that now. Or you can cut a sponge up into about 5 pieces and have a couple on the go. Dry that off for a second, and we're just going to make some texture of the greys on your already base that you've got going. So you've already based it. And there's so many mediums you can do. You can do this with distress inks as well. You can do it with any media that you can dip a sponge in. Let me just go wash that out and I'll be right back. There's a munchkin. How are you doing, puppy? And then when you've dried when you've took all the excess, this is just a, no Lou, this one is just a regular washing up sponge. And then I'm just going to dry it off slightly. It's a kitchen washing up one. This one is so cool to do this. You can just cut a sponge up into about 5 pieces. The others of mine have been thrown because I got stained. So let me just dry it off because you don't want it wet. You can try with pans, Sing. But I think a stencil. So if you had a textured stencil, that would be better. You can do anything in your colouring books, Patty. It's just, we've got to try. Okay, so I've dried it off because I don't want it soaking. It's just slightly damp. Now we're going to come into our grey because we're going to do a bit of texture on the... so I'm going to get some here on the sponge. And you have to wipe off excess. So we're only having a little bit on there. And that's because I don't want to oversaturate with colour. So you see how much I've got on my sponge? It's just a small amount. And I'm going to scrunch it because we've got a small area. And we're just going to texture this a little bit. And the reason I'm doing this is just to heighten some of the colour. So you can add in your, after we can add our crack back in. It's fine. Oh, that sounded so bad. We can add our crack back in. And all this is going to do is we're going to come to our other end. And I'm just going to texture this off a bit. So we've got a tiny little amount on our lovely rock here. It's not going to take out all what you've done. It just adds something to it. Oh god. Okay, and then we're just going to get our black pencil when this is done, because it's paint, you can go over it, and that's the good thing. So come to your dark. There we go. So I've just got a nice textured rock, and the same with so if you want to bring any down, let's bring some black and grey down here. Do this part with your, and as I said, because acrylic paint, you can paint over, go over with pencil, so that's why there's no loss in this. Oh, thank you, Sing. Well, when the things are all back up and running a little bit more, we can do this as a giveaway. I'm absolutely great to do that. I don't frame mine, so I'm fine to give them away. Okay, so we've got some texture going down, and then when you come on the long run, automatically it looks like a mossy, nice textured rock, doesn't it? And anything that I want texture on, I pretty much can do this, you know. And the thing is, as I said, you can create trees, anything like that, so it's great. Then all you do is push that aside for now, dry it off, and then we're going to come in with a pencil just to finish off anything that we might have lost a little bit. Easy, isn't it? I just love it so much, how easy these things can be. Like, I'm thinking our lives can be easy, we don't have to make them complicated. So we just dry it off slightly, and it is seriously the tiniest amount on your sponge. And when you're changing colour and you only want a little bit, just go to the like corner of your sponge where there's no pigment and start again. So like, you know, I've got the most up here, you can come down here and see how little there will be. And if you scrunch anything up, that automatically has like this porous texture, and it will make it look like there's a texture straight away. It's just such a little neat, cool idea that we can all do. Okay, bear with me, because we're going to come back now and finish off. So let me just move this out of the way. I can leave my paints there. Let me just move this into the kitchen, and I'll be right back, because I know what I'm like, and I will knock something over. Right, let's get our pencil, because that's dry now. Hi, Jane. Okay, so see how quick and easy that was, and we've got a textured rock. It's just, yeah. It would have took you a lot of time to stipple effect that on with pencil, wouldn't it? So let's get our black and a dark grey in the ARTEZAs. So I'm just going to grab my little stack of lac. Let's go for some black, and let's go for a dark grey. I think Oink's black. That's another. Look at my pen. You know you've had a good time when you've got paint everywhere. Okay, let's go for, koala grey. Nice. All right, so with a koala grey, again, remember we've just done that effect, so we're not doing anything major. It's just to put in anything we might have lost at the very top. Okay, and then it's just any detail. My voice is going today. You know that crack? We're just going to reapply that in. So I said, with acrylic paints, the best person to watch for them is Dee Dee, because she just uses them all the time. And as she says, you can go over them with practically anything. So if you do have acrylic paint, you can go on top with pencils once you've got to make sure it's completely dry. And then I'm just going to make sure that underneath her bottom is, there you go. And it just reapplied that in, no problemo. And as I say, anything you lose, any lines that you need that you lose is fine, because you can reapply it. And that's it. It's so easy to do. I love it. It's like silly little things I think of sometimes. I think we do this when we were young, probably, with sponges, and let's try it. And then you realise how these little things come back to you and you remember doing them. And you think that would definitely work, and it ends up working so well. So that is a textured rock. We've got some stone texture, we've got some moss texture, and we haven't had to stipple that in with pencils. So, as I said, I can finish off like these bits off camera because they're going to be exactly the same as that twig, and it'll be the same in the colours on that. So with the background, I really don't like backgrounds. I'm going to just go with something very simple and very pale, and probably not over the entire thing. So I'm just going to go with like a nice pale blue. I was going to do pastels, but I just get my pencils. So I'm going to go for some really nice pale sky blues, periwinkle maybe. Something in the Lumies, just something nice and pale. Just like a sky. Which colour do I want? I know, right? You think of these things and you think, I used to do that. Let's have a look. Okay, that's a nice colour. Oh, I know, Kirsty. We had the same earlier. I didn't think I was going to get on. I was like, no. Okay, so I've got light cobalt blue, which is 661 in the Lumies. And I'm just very quickly going to come into, this is with the lightest blue that I can get. So I'm coming in between some of these little sprigs here. And as I'm kind of come outwards, I'm going to just, you know, blend out. I'm not going to do anything huge. I don't want to actually do the whole background. It's going to be something so subtle so that I don't ruin what I've done, because I'm never that. I don't know about anybody else. Like, this is my downfall, is backgrounds. I just don't. I go on a block. So I go on a complete block, and I know with me, I'm not confident on them. So I just try and ease in and do small, because I'm actually pretty happy with the result of the rest of it. This is just the base to start with. And I think if you are like me in that sense and backgrounds daunt you, start small. I think don't force yourself to go big and bold in case you don't enjoy it or you ruin something that you feel that you've worked so hard on. So I don't, you know, I'm not pressured. It's my picture. I'm not going to pressure myself. And that's what I tell myself all the time. I'm like, no, why am I pressuring myself? It's going to be something very, very, very faint. And this is going to be my base colour anyway. And I think that's the key here, is just go for what feels right for you. If you're someone that likes big and bold, I envy you. And you need to teach me how to do that. But we can't all have the ability to like jump in on everything, you know, some things daunt us whether that be fur, whether that be backgrounds, whatever it might be. Mine's backgrounds all day long. Used to be fur, not so much now. I'm okay, I can take my time and learn fur, but backgrounds have always been my just really weak point. Yeah, I'm not going to have a huge background. This is just my base, and I have to have something to work on so I know where I'm going with my colour. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's go for something small. And a good thing with Loom is if you go light, they're really easy to layer up on. So if you go with a light base, you know where you're going to go with some colour. And I don't want to heavily drop a large amount of colour in. So remember, these will be coloured in the same way as the other sprig. So we'll go for something nice and simple. Oopsie, I'm out of shot. I'm so sorry. So I'm just going in between here for a minute. Just all I'm doing at the moment is planning where I'm going to put some you know, some colour. And then we're going to choose another page to start on Tuesday. And I had quite a few people say Pop Manga. Is that right? The Pop Manga series. Or World Within Worlds was another one that I've heard quite a lot. So I'm going to head towards there, I think, then. Okay, so I'm going to come for some genuine Cobalt Blue, which is 062. And let it focus. Okay, and then we're going to start to layer in a little bit. So this will be in hints and waves of it, not too much. So we will go deeper into some of these sections, but at the moment we're going to come through. The Pop Manga was the most voted for. I thought so. Okay, so we'll grab those two books and have a little flip through and choose a page. We'll do that very shortly. Okay, so I don't want to do too much. So as I'm coming down, I'm just literally just very lightly applying some colour. And I might do my usual little trick that I do when I've done, is get the eraser and do little, you know, it looks like holes, but it's like circles. So we're just going to come through. And this is how I'm going to kind of just go with my background. So we'll do some. And I think if you're going to do a pencil background, it's going to be quite time consuming. But if you've got little details on your page, I think it's the best way forward because you can't really get in there with tools. So your pencils is going to be probably your best bet. So you can judge how far out you're going to come with colour because it's not going to be too much. And when this is fully coloured with all the headdress and such, it's just going to give it a nice little, you know, glow in the back. So you can just go nice and light. Oops. Yes. Oh, see, Helly's on my side. Helly, you are on my side. Tell Lozzie no. Lozzie, I love you, but I really do not like that name that you are throwing out there. Oh my gosh. The dreaded name. Stop it. Good morning, Barbara. Yeah, I think I saw World Within Worlds and Pop Mangas the most. So I'll grab the two Pop Mangas and I'll grab the World Within Worlds and we'll have a little flip through and I'll see what takes my fancy. Okay, so we've just gone back to the lighter blue. And this is just going to be here and there in between. You know, we're not going to put too much. You can add a little bit here and there. And that's the thing, you don't have to fill a whole background up. You can do them in subtle hints. You know, in make it look like it's coming down, make it look like it's coming out of the grass and slightly up, but you don't have to fill the entire page. It isn't, you know. So we're going to do this very, very subtle is the word. I know, Nana, I absolutely love the artwork. I just don't feel I'll do it justice yet. That might change in a couple of years, hence why books will never go out of date. Never goes out of date. You can have a book on the shelf for God knows how long, and you might come back to it in 3 years' time and have a completely different feel on how you did 3 years prior. That is why books will never go out of their sell-by date. Yes, Kuna. Yes, what is this book that you speak of? The dreaded book word. You can't say it. It's not allowed. It's banned in this stream. I don't mean to be... like, so, yeah. Lozzie, say what you like, but just the name we'll say the name, the book that shall not be named in Harry Potter style. Right, so let's come down and we'll go to the very corner in between as well. So just, you know, it is very subtle. So what I'm going to do is just show you how I'm going to like sort of go with this. So if anyone is watching and following along, this part's optional, obviously. We just layer up a couple of blues. And as you see, as I'm coming down, I'm just going to fade it out. Because you know what you can do on the end of Willow as well? Just a little, you can bring a green and you can just... you know, add a hint of coming down off of it as well. So any green, as long as it's a mossy green, you can kind of just bring down off the ends. And just on any end that you've got here, just sort of extend it and just keep doing that. Yeah, Harry Potter, because if you're just joining, my lovelies, just very quickly, Colour and Vicky, our lovely Vicky, our hostess, she is there. This is what's coming up next weekend. So if we have any Harry Potter references, it's because this is coming on the 12th to the 14th of June. It's featuring Reading with Pugs, Emily Illustrator, Passionista Colorista, Belinda Colouring F, me and Vicky. So if you hear any Harry Potter, it's because it's this that we're relating to. But yeah, so don't worry about us. We have our moments where we babble on. I'm gonna get a new song going now in the Rivers of Babylon, because I'm saying we're babbling on. Hi Lisa, sorry I didn't see you there, hon. Okay, so we got Sea Blue. And welcome. Oh, why is this not focusing? Hold on. Oh, it's Sea Blue A147 in Artesia. I'll put the links in for the Artesia pencils after the stream. This is going to be, again, another colour that you'll introduce into your darkest areas only and fade out into all those light areas that you've just laid down. Let's go for... in between here. So anywhere that you want to put a little hint of a deeper blue or something that you want to stand out a little bit more, just add and phase out. We're going to make her eyes blue as well, because that's the one thing I haven't done yet. And let's hold on, let's see a couple of little places. Andrew, you know what I'm going to say, don't you?
Make lunch.
Little chip. No, lunches I won't eat till after. Not yet. I'm not actually that hungry. All that activity's made me a little... You know, I've not eaten yet. I just realised. Sorry, guys. I'm just having a conversation with Andrew for a second. Hi, Darla. Andrew. Yeah? Do you realise I've not actually eaten a thing yet?
That doesn't surprise me.
Did you realise that, though?
No.
I didn't eat breakfast.
Well, you better shut the stream down and eat something.
No, I'm not abandoning the stream. I'll abandon the food and then go to the food after the stream. Yeah, I haven't eaten yet.
Play music over the colouring and then you can eat.
No, because that means I have to wolf it down and that won't be any good because my stomach will hate me. Okay, so I'm just putting a little bit of this sea blue in. Tabby, do the turtle and haunted house. Oh, the Wells within Wells. We're going to have a little look through that crabby old turtle. I've got a fear of turtles now. I really do. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's like a block on them. Mum will tell you. But I will do that page at some point. I'm not sure if it'll be this time. But I will have a look. I'll have a look. We're going to have a look through Wells Within Wells and Pop Manga books. Feed her as she's colouring. I have not eaten a thing yet. I did this yesterday as well. Yesterday I didn't eat until just before the stream, and I've not eaten a single meal yet. I do this all the time, and it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I think, I'm hungry. Why am I hungry? It's because I've not actually eaten anything. Terrible. It's because I'm not a giant foodie. Like, I really am not bothered about food. So many people love food, and Andrew's one of those people. And he hates missing a meal, and me, I'm not bothered. I'll miss 2-3 meals. I really, really don't care until my stomach tells me, Sam, it's gurgling, you're hungry. Then I might, yeah. I am not a food person. Like, I genuinely am not. That's why I couldn't understand why I was so big. I'm still big now, but why I was so big before, because I wasn't a massive eater. They're saying you should feed me whilst I stream.
Oh, that can be arranged.
No, you'd be one of those weird feeders. No. No. You'd be one of those that would be on the telly where they feed their partners. It's like, here you go, hon. Oh, no. Seriously, Vicky, I don't know what's wrong with me. I do this all the time. And then I'll have a day where I'm actually quite hungry. Do any of you do that? So you have, like, if you're not really bothered and you can skip meals, and then you'll have a day where you're really hungry and you eat all 3. But they're rare for me. But when I have one of them, I feel like I've eaten, like, for about 6 people. I feel like I've eaten too much. And then I'll have a day where I just don't eat anything. I don't know. I'm just like that. These streams are quite funny. One day we go from being our roof being struck. The next time we're talking about feeding me up. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go for some of that light blue down here. As I said, it's just going to be very, very subtle. Not too much application of colour, and I'll show you what I'm going to put in there as well. So we're just going to go for bits down here. It's got to come out of where you've got your design. So wherever you've got your illustration is where you're going to go with some blues. So we've got gaps where we don't have any illustration. And then we've got parts where we do, and they're the parts that I want to go for with the colour. So anywhere where there's illustration, go with the blues. And this is where we're going to sort of build up a little bit of colour. So let's go for the 6 in the luminance. And again, let's build up and fade into that light blue. And also into here. Oh, and also, if you wanted another haul to watch, you've got 2 others. Thank you, Tabby. They are, Tammy. They are. So, you've got Colour Me Stress Free's got a haul, and Colouring F Francis has got a haul, as well as Kirsty's got a haul. So, if you want to go and shop through the girls, go shop through the girls, because they'll show you, all the goods. And you can go shop through them. They've got some amazing hauls that I've watched this morning to cheer myself up. And yeah. Okay. So can you see where I'm going with my blues? And then what we'll do is with an eraser. So say you build it up a little bit more, it's absolutely like, you know, one of those things that you can do here and there. So this is the final part. We're not going to fuss too much about it. Get a Derwent or any round eraser, and what you can do is just little tiny, if you build up enough colour, you can do some circles around the edges. Just control where you're putting them, and I just dot them here and there, so you can have some little circles around. It's entirely up to you. Now I'm gonna just say that with what I've showed, the page is done. So just with those 3 colors that you've got, or any 3 blues, go from a mid to light to a light. That's the tones to go for, and just build them up. And as you go to your lightest color, you can always blend that darkest one out into the middle, and just make sure that that color goes to more or less nothing, so you have a glow. Oh no, keep well and safely. So there's so many storms going around. What's happening? Don't get your roof struck. No one. I don't advise it. I don't recommend. Right, I should be back with my sound. Am I back? Okay. It will go in and out, I think. We got really bad internet. Okay. Is it good, guys? Is it back? Right. So, as I was saying before it cut me off, so go past your illustration area. So, you know, you've got your grass at the top. So go in there with your lightest blue that you've chosen, and it really is going to be just a hint. And as you're coming past your illustration, just like come outwards into nothing. So you're pressing that light, so hold the back of your pencil even, and the side of your pencil, and as you're coming out, you're just literally leaving that into a light area, so that it is just the illustration that is kind of like played around with rather than the whole page. So it's just a hint, and as you're coming out, you can just blend away, and the lightest color will do your blending for you if you're a light-handed person. If you find that you're heavy-handed, just blend out with a blending pencil, although that might be a bit scratchy. So just very subtly do it with your pencil, and then that should create just like a little glow of some kind. Looks like she's like in the back. I'm not going to add too much, as I said. I just think it would ruin it. So that will be her done. We've done practically everything on her. We've done everything. So it's just a case of finishing up what I've shown. So the demonstration should be enough to go, you know, if you're following along, should go away and finish off the background. So remember, illustration, away from the illustration and fade out with your lightest colour. Add a bit of depth into some other areas with your other blues, and then as you're coming out, blend it back out with your lightest blue, and you should end up with just a glow of a background. And that's it. That is her done. So I will finish off the bits that we've demonstrated in my free time. I hope you liked as well the hold on. Yeah, she's at church, isn't she? I hope you enjoyed the effect that you can try quite nice and easily once you have to do all your pencil work first. Add your texture on in little amounts and then just re-add or apply your lines. So that will be her done. Let us go and grab our books. Let's go grab our books. So what was it, ladies? It was Pop Manga and... what was it? Pop Manga and Worlds Within Worlds. Am I right? Let me go get those. Okay, let's go grab them. Chip, you need to go out, mister. Huh?
Can you go in?
Yeah. Hold on, let me just get these because I've got to choose the pay. So it's going to rain again. Yeah. Right, these guys, well, they shouldn't be leaked now, but it doesn't know it's going to rain. Chip, come on, mister, up you get. Dad's got to take you out. Okay, let's move these. Come here. Come here. Come on. No, you're going out for a walk, not sleep. Oh, here. Go on, he's half asleep. Right, we're back. Sorry, I was just getting Chip up for Andrew. Let's move our stuff and let's have a little look. Move all of this over there. Whoops. Where can I put these? Like a million and one things I've got. Let me move them here. Oh no, is it because of what's going on? Right, okay, let's go through Worlds Within Worlds first. Am I up enough? There we go. So let's go through this one first, or Pop Manga first. Oh no, let's go through Pop Mangas. Okay, let's go through these. So this is the first one. Trying to get in screen. Yeah, no mermaids. I'm done with mermaids. So we'll go for this one first. Oh, I just love them. I love them. Look at them. Oh, Lozzie, you're so funny. It's alright, you can emerge from the corner in a minute. You can emerge. Oh, I love that so much. This one. Yeah, I like that, and I like so far that one. I love them. I love the chariot. I don't want mermaids, I don't think. I think I'm done with mermaids for a little while. I want, like, hi Rosemary. I think I want something. I love octopuses as well. I think I want something like quite on a page that you know, you can, I love this as well, that you can fill a page up. See, I'd like to do that, but I've got so much texture on the other side. I love that. Kirsty's just done that one. I've always loved that one. And she's got octopus tentacles as well. So far, I like the chariots, the butterflies, and this one. I don't know about you guys. Love the chariot. So we're just having a little look. This is a nice page with a dragon. That could be quite dark, couldn't it? So she needs like she's in a bit of a dark cave. See, to me this needs to be dark greens and blacks with some reds in. That sort of looks, you know, quite dark like in that term. I did that ages ago. I didn't finish it. This is so odd and peculiar, but I like that one as well. I'm just flicking at the moment and having just a looky see to see what I feel first off, and then we'll have a little look through and see out of those ones what I like. Whoops. That's that way. It's that one. Okay, so I like that as well, which is very odd. It's like a fox with octopus tentacles, a bumblebee. It is very peculiar, isn't it? Okay, so I don't know about you guys, I like this one. I like where are we? The butterfly one. I can see that done in quite soft tones. And I love the chariot, which has also got moths. Really like that one. I think that would be top. Let's have a look through the mermaids anyway, because it might not have mermaids. I know like it's got more, but there is some that you don't see the tails. You know, like not full pages with a big tail. Oh, the seahorse. So it all depends. And then we look through worlds within worlds as well. It's really like, I hate choosing pages because you see so many and you get so lost after that point on what you want to do because you've seen so many that you like. I was just playing around with, oh, these are full pages. I like full page. So I'm just having a look through at the minute. And then I'll have a vote. I love that as well. I think we're all over mermaids now, aren't we? The butterfly chariot's beautiful, isn't it? I love this one, but it's a mermaid. But I do love it. Okay, so not many's capturing me in this one. I don't know about you. But not many is. Okay, so the one in here that I would sort of say would be the octopus, or I'm not really feeling this one at the moment because we've done so many mermaids. Yeah, probably not that one. So we'll discard that one for a minute. Okay, let's have a look within worlds again. So we've done our sneakers. So we have, right, we've got chariot at the moment that's calling out. You wanted this one, didn't you? He is a very disturbing old haggard turtle, isn't he? It's a bit haggard. I love this one. And do you know, I saved a picture for this. Look, let me show you. Wouldn't that look glorious in the background? Look at those colours and look at this page. So behind all of that, wouldn't that look glorious? So we're just having a little look at the minute. Oh, it needs to focus. I just love anything Kirby does. I just love it. It's just stunning. It's too much. There's way too many leaves on that one. I love this as well. That's amazing. I think Dee Dee's doing this one, isn't she? I love them all. You could do, oh, if you looked at this and you did your white gouache for the waves, you could do your effect on that with a, like if you cut a little mini sponge. That would look cool, wouldn't it? Yeah, I know. Hi, Charlotte, honey. How are you? It is a case of really hard to like choose. I struggle. I just love these so much. I love these too. I think these would be good like as a double pager. I don't see them as single pages so much. I see it as like double page. I just love them. I love the monkey. I love the monkey. He is just an amazing picture. And I love this as well. I think they're a great double page. I love them. No way, Shannon. Who the hell would argue over that? Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, well, I am just flicking through at the moment. Sorry if this is like, I've gone quiet. I am doing my observation. I'm doing my, you know, when you're sitting there thinking, what to do next? I love the bees and the ants. I've always liked this page, but it's too much green. Oh, I've just watercoloured those two. I haven't done anything else. I've just literally stuck some watercolour down because I was thinking about doing those at some point, so I've just left them like that for now. It was just the base of some watercolour before I head with colour. So that one's off the cards at the moment. Oh my god, no way. Oh, look at him. I love the monkey over the sloth. I love sloths, but I think I like the monkey page because it's got a lot of green as well. I love this hermit. Does it matter? Would be what I would pipe in with. Does it? It could be a bush if they want it as a bush. It's up to them. King Cobra. Oh, this reminds me. Has anyone watched a Rambo? And he goes to Burma. And then there's a guy and he catches the king cobras and he says, King Cobra, Cobra. And I'm like, I have that in my head every time I see one now. Because he does the king cobra show, you know, when they get them with the sort of coming out of the basket. So that's all I think of is King Cobra. And I have that in my head every time I see one. Charlotte, honey, it's The Worlds Within Worlds by Kirby. We're just picking a page. We're picking a page. We're having a chill out Sunday, picking a page. I love them as well. The monkey. Yes, I think everyone's going to go for the monkey. I love the monkey. He's cheeky. Yes, exactly, Shannon. Colour it as you please. Oh, I love them. Colour it as you please. It could be a bush. It could be a waterfall. It could be anything. I just love them. I think my top runners, and I'll put them on there. We'll whittle it down one out of each. And we can decide. Bo, Colouring Part Bo, she did this and I loved it so much how she did hers. I love these guys as well, galactic dinosaurs. Oh my gosh, it's not easy. I would do any of these. Hiya Terra. And then obviously we did that on stream already. I have not done that. And I don't know whether I want to do that the same, to be fair. I kind of want to do that. This is going to be the male, this is going to be the female. Like, so I kind of want to do this like pinks, but not, I don't know, like a dusky pink, like clay rosy pinks. Okay, so the other shoe. I think in my mind, see what you think, these are my two contenders at the moment, but we can decide anyway. Would be the monkey or the chariot. I think they're my contenders. What's your opinion, my loves? Chariot, monkey. Chariot, monkey. I love both. I love them both. Monkey is probably manga. can't really put that on the screen, can I, together? Oh, I can, kind of. Whoops. They're my choiceos. I know, it's so hard. Pot mango, I think at the moment is I'm gonna have to go up and hi Connie, that's okay, lurk away, hon. I hope you're okay. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 for the chariot. And then we have 1 minute, 2, 3, hold on, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for monkey, 11 for monkey. Oh my gosh, this is getting worse because they're coming out as equals. Should we flip a coin? I'm flipping a coin because I think they're coming out as equal. Let the fate of the good British pound decide. Oh, I don't have a pound. I'm sure I did. Where's my pound coin gone? I had it for the trolley the other day. Okay, where's my pound? Oh, I've got a 10p. Shall we flip and see? Chariot and monkey are so close. Okay, we ready? Shall we flip a coin? We're going to flip a coin. Okay, so we got a 10p. Heads is monkey. Tails is chariot. Okay. I don't want to hit the camera. It come up heads. And that means it's the monkey. So should we do monkey first, chariot second? Should we just do that? Let's just, do you know what? Let's do the both, but we'll do this one first, this one second. Should we do that? So it's just which one you wanted first, really. See, it come up heads again. And I am... So, should we do him first and her second? Let's keep her aside then. That we got fate in our hands. Do you know what? I'm going to have fun with these, and I'm going to use some Tombow brush pens on this as well because of the little areas in this particular part. So we're going to use Prismas and Tombows, I think. Yeah. And then we'll do him we'll do her second. We will definitely do her. And you know what I'm going to do as well? I'm going to get a colour palette worked out for her in advance. So we will have a colour palette for Miss Beautiful here. She's got all these butterflies as well. And then this guy's going to be pretty easy to do, and we've got all that lovely fur. Oh, you're so funny, Anna. Should we treat this as a double pager then? Because they're pretty much the buildings. These will be slightly... I'm going to do these more stonework and these more of the pyramid, like those nice sand colours. I love them so much. The coin is biased. Oh my gosh. I know, I kept flipping it to see how many times it would tell us the monkey. It told us the monkey 3 times. So it's a definite... I'm honestly... love both, so I'm happy to do this one. More than happy. I love them all. Let's go for it. Alright then, my loves, I think I'm finished for today, and that was all I wanted to do, was finish, pick a page, and more or less just pick up where we left off yesterday. So I'll get a palette picked out. Zelie, I haven't. That's my next mission. It's going to be out of this one. My next mission is to pick a page out of here for Saturday. And is it Saturday and Sunday I'm on? I think I'm on too. I know I'm on. I don't know if it's Friday and Saturday or Saturday and Sunday. I can't even remember. It's one or the other. But there's so many amazing pages. Oh, and I love Diagon Alley as well, but I know that's going to take me forever, and I'll have to come back and do that the following week as well. but I love them all. And it's so hard. Oh. I get so torn because I just love everything, and this is my problem, and this is where I get stuck. Vicky did this one in another book. Oh, I just love it so much. Isn't it amazing? Sorry, I'm just quickly having a look through this now. I will pick a page. Yes, that is exactly what I was thinking. It is going to be more on the junglish side. They're going to be more on the Egyptian side. But I'll pick a page and we'll do on the 2 streams. Isn't it amazing? Oh my gosh. It's just incredible. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look, it just opens up. It's just one of those that you don't even have to colour in it. So even like keeping it as it is just as gorgeous. I love Snape. And the good thing is with the backgrounds on them, you've got a lot of this in gold. So quite a few bits on it is just going to be great as it is. You know when you just look through something in awe? That's what I do with this. Oh, look, the Triwizard Tournament. Mad Eye Moody, he makes me laugh. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm just flicking through and trying to pick a page. I'll do this off stream as well, so I'll finish flicking away off stream, but it's beautiful, isn't it? So we will pick one. I will pick one. Of course I'm going to pick one. But thank you so much for joining me. I love Luna. And I will see you on Tuesday. Oh, it is raining, and thank God our roof is patched up for now. Thanks so much, everyone. I am so happy that you joined me this Tuesday. I'll see you Sunday. I'll see you Tuesday. My goodness, my brain is all muddled because I usually come on Tuesdays, don't I? My brain. I'll see you with the monkey. I will look forward to doing him. He's pretty cute. Take care, everyone. Lots of love, and I'll see you then.